and welcome back to Yarn Tea and Books. My name is Tasha, and along with my husband, we are the humans behind Frogget Yarns, Hand-Dyed Yarns, and Mobile Yarn Truck. So welcome back to all my returning viewers, and welcome to any new viewers. It's so lovely to have you here this week. This is just my little corner of YouTube where I share what I'm making, what's happening with our hand-dyed yarn business, what I'm reading. I'm a big book lover, and yeah, just, you know, a few life things sprinkled in. It's very casual. So grab your favorite mug, grab your favorite beverage, and join me for a little catch up this week. For Mug Watch, I have a new mug. Shocker. I got this at TJ Maxx, so I can't link it. I went to do a little bit of fall shopping. Every year I like to pick up one or two new things, and this year I wanted some refreshed pillows for our living room. So I went to TJ Maxx to see what was out. It was still kind of early. And they had a bunch of stuff out, but I couldn't resist this little pumpkins mug. It's like fall but subtle. And as usual, I'm drinking my chai blend that I drink almost every time I'm on here. So I can't link that mug for you, but go check out your local TJ Maxx if you have one and see what you can find. I'm always amazed that I can pick up a mug for $4 or $5. And I have a Christmas mug from this same company that's like the Nutcracker themed, and I love it. It's got a huge handle and it's a good size. So that's my mug this week. I did get a new travel mug that I should have shared with you. I'll share that another time. But yeah, so that's Mug Watch. Let's get into the meat of the podcast, and we'll start with FOs because, folks, I have another FO this week. So last week, well, and for a couple of, maybe 2 weeks, I've been working on a spinning project. So I got a new Littlest e-wheel. I got the Starling, and I had started this spin in Michigan. So this is my first spin after getting the wheel on the new wheel, and I was spinning, shoot, I forgot to grab the tag. I was spinning a braid of Lair of the Llama. It's a wool viscose blend. So it was, the viscose is the tweed. So it's it's a tweedy wool blend. And then for the second ply, I spun a braid that Brian got from our friends Katie and Dean, who are the Yarn Adventure Truck, and theirs was a Shaniko wool and tweed blend, but their tweed was multicolored, and the tweed in the Lair of the Llama braid was like naturals, so creams, grays, browns, blacks. And it's done. It's done. So there it is, all spun up. I definitely spun the second braid, so the one from Yarn Adventure Truck, and I don't know who dyed it. They didn't give me a tag. They just handed me the braid. I definitely spun that braid thinner than the Lair of the Llama braid, and I know this because after I got 3 skeins here. So this one is 48 grams. It's about 200 yards. This one is 57 grams. It's about 275 yards. And this one is 85 grams at about 430 yards. And there was no formula. When I'm winding it off of the bobbin onto my Nitty Knotty, I'm going until it looks like it's going to just be too much for the Nitty Knotty. The more you put on that Nitty Knotty, the harder it's going to be to get an accurate gauge of yards, because, you know, like it just gets too thick. So once my arm got tired, I just stopped. Took a couple minutes to tie it off, and restart. So they're all just kind of wonky. All told, there's over 900 yards in less than 200 grams. So very much a fingering weight. Still a little thick and thin, but not terribly so. And I think that's more to do with the Tweety bits. Like I was saying, the second braid spun up a lot thinner than the first because I still have quite a bit left on this bobbin of the second braid. So I'm going to cake this up, weigh it, and I might just two-ply this. I'll pull from the inside and the outside of the cake, and this will just be an extra. There's got to be at least, I'm thinking at least 20 grams on here, if not a little bit more, because I had 8 ounces total, and I didn't weigh this in ounces, but these 3 are 190 grams. So yeah, so it is a fingering weight. There's definitely some thicker spots. There were more Tweety neps in the Lair of the Llama braid. So that is why I think that one spun up thicker than this one. This one had a lot less instances of the tweed. And so I had a lot of longer sections where I was getting really, really thin. So that's my FO. It has been washed. It has been whacked. It has been dried. It's nice and squishy. And yeah, so that'll be something for Mr. Froggett. He has already said that he wanted this from the get-go. So that'll be his at some point. Yeah, we'll see what he wants me to make with it. That'll be up to him. Kind of an FO, but still a WIP. Does that count? I finished. Did I already show this? I may have already shown this. I finished the second bobbin of my sweater spin. So I am spinning 100% Cormo from Lair of the Llama. These are all the terracotta colorway. And this is the second bobbin of that spin. So once I get the third bobbin spun, I will ply those 3 together. I'm going to do a 3-ply because I'm spinning for a traveler pullover. So if I showed this, I'm sorry. It's finished, but not finished. So it's still a WIP, but this bobbin is done. This bobbin is actually a lot lighter than the first one that I spun, but this is also from the new batch because I bought one at a show, realized that I wanted to make a sweater, and then I bought 6 more. So it might end up actually being the first ply, and I might just put all 6 of the new braids that were all dyed together as the sweater spin and keep the first bobbin that I spun and ply it with something else because I think it's much darker than this. So that will take us into WIPs. That's all my FOs. Yeah, there hasn't been much else done. So that'll take us to WIPs. There actually wasn't much done on current WIPs. So I think I was about here last time on my vanilla sock. This is our Froggett color by Yarn Hero. So a color changing yarn. There's my little ghosty Coco from Kelsey at the Littlest Charm Co. I've only done that much more. I am very close. I think I have about another inch. Let's just see. Before I put the heel in. Yeah, actually only 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to go to 7 inches for the leg, and then I'll pop in a heel. So 3/4 of an inch, and I'll be in heel territory. So not much got done on that, and you'll see why in a minute. But that'll be good to take along this weekend because we are traveling to a show. So this will be a good project to take along. what I've mostly been knitting on, I've actually mostly been spinning. I was trying to get that spin done. I actually spun too much the one day and ended up in a lot of pain from my shoulder the whole way up through my neck. I should have set a timer and I didn't. So I have to be better about that because I was in a lot of pain, and this shoulder already gets the most work from, you know, squeezing the water out of the yarn or picking, you know, this one gets the most work. But anyway, I have a new cast on and therefore a new WIP. And I know what you're all thinking. Like, Tasha, you have a ton of WIPs that you abandoned and never got back to. Yeah, I know. That's okay. None of them were calling to me, and I refuse to work on something out of obligation. If I am not enjoying it, or I'm just not in the mood to make it, then I'm not going to force myself to work on it, because that's just not fun. I'm going to knit what makes me happy. So last weekend, over Labor Day weekend here in the States, Mr. Froggatt and I were kind of split up because we were dog sitting for 2 of our children. And it's just me and the boys here at home. And I think it was either the first or the second night here alone. And we were having a Mamma Mia movie marathon. And the boys, if you don't know, are my 2 Boston Terrier dogs. So it's just the 3 of us. I was in the mood to watch Mamma Mia. It's one of my favorite movies. And I was able to watch both of them. So I had a little Mamma Mia movie marathon. And I follow the Littlest Knits, who is Brianna Lupino. And she's a designer as well. She also has her own hand-dyed yarn company. And she put out the 7th Ave split hem tank. And I did not print it in color. But it's just a nice little, like, mock turtleneck. It's not like a skinny tank top. It's like a sleeveless shirt. And then it's got this cute little split hem. And when she put it out, I thought, I want to make that. And I ignored it for a little bit. And then we were having that movie marathon. And I said, you know what? Screw it. I want something new to work on. So I just cast on. Now, I did not gauge swatch. Do as I say, not as I do. I did not gauge swatch because the way this is knit, you make a little back panel first. So in my head, I was like, oh, that could work as my gauge swatch. So that's what I did. I cast on the back panel, and it is very curly because it's all stockinette. I cast on the back panel, and then I checked my gauge, and I also checked it against another sleeveless top that I have that is very similar in style and construction. And I, took this, sat it against the back of that, seam to seam, and it was fine. It was the same size. So I said, oh, score. So I finished the back panel, and then, you do what the pattern says to pick up. You knit down each front. And then I just last night joined in the round. So armholes are done, and it looks a little wonky because it's all, like I said, it's all curly from being stockinette. So I will have to pick up all around the neck to make the ribbed mock neck, and then pick up around the sleeves to rib all of that. But here is my progress. I'm absolutely loving it. It is such a fun little knit. And now I'm all in the round until the ribbing. And she has it split like well above her waist. I do not have her body. So I probably will not have quite as deep of a split hem. I'll start the ribbing at the right length, but I probably won't split it right away. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I could just knit the body part a little longer and then do the split. It's a lot of rib, and rib really hurts my hands, so we'll see. Keeping me company is a cute little purple pumpkin from Kelsey at the Littlest Charm Co. And yeah, that's my new cast on. That's my new whip. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a great layering piece to wear under a jean jacket, under a cardigan, especially for me who runs, you know, very hot, then cold, then hot, then cold. So this will be nice as a nice, you know, base layer. And then as I'm chilly, I can pop on, like I said, a cute little jean jacket, a cute little cardigan, and so on. So that's my 7th Ave split hem tank. And she teased this on her podcast, which I watch. I will link her below. I love her podcast. She's very fun to watch. She's also no frills. She just sits down and talks to you just like I do. So yeah, I am using, guess that would help, Frogget yarns. I'm using our yarn, our merino fingering base in the color Sweet Blooms. So it's just this pretty, yeah, there we go, like pretty pastel pink, but it's got very slight speckles, just enough speckle to make it interesting, and yeah, just enough. And I am being a good knitter. Excuse me. I am being a good knitter, even though it's my yarn and I trust my dye lots. And I am, now that I've joined in the round, I am alternating. I'm doing helical knitting. So every round I'm switching, I'm dropping one skein, picking up the next for every round. So helical knitting is really easy because you don't have a single spot where you're switching your yarns. It's constantly moving. Look it up. I just follow a tutorial by Babble's Traveling Yarns, Grace the Babbler, from years ago. If I can find it, I'll link it. But if you just search helical knitting on YouTube, you'll get plenty of videos. But anyway, that's my newest cast on, my newest whip. And honestly, this might be what I wear to Rhinebeck, because you just never know what kind of weather you're going to get. And this might be perfect to wear under, like I said, a jean jacket, a cardigan, but still have something knitted. So that's my 7th Ave split hem tank. And yeah, I'm on the easy part now. I mean, the whole thing's easy. It's not complicated at all. But I'm on the stockinette portion, round and round and round. So while we're driving tomorrow to our next show, I can just knit. I don't have to really pay attention. So it's great for TV. It's great for travel. It's great while I'm sitting in the truck at the shows. If there's downtime, I can pick it up, do a few rounds in between customers. So yeah, that's that. That's all for WIPS. That's it. So that'll take us into shop news. And there's some pretty exciting shop news. We have been diligently working to get ready for the show, to finish up Advents. All of the testing for Advents is done. So now it's just on repeat dyeing, which I will have time to do in the coming weeks of September. But I also like to get our Halloween collection out by the middle of the month, because I want you to have time, if you want to make something for Halloween to wear for Halloween, that you have time. So I try to bring it out mid-September so that you have time to get it and make it. So I'm going to show you 3 of the 4 colors, because the 4th one didn't work out. And so I have to go back and readjust some of my measurements to get it the way I want it. It's cute, but it's not what I want. So I'll show you Mr. Frogget's first. Mr. Frogget always does his own Halloween color because he loves to play with the fluorescent dyes. I bought all the fluorescent dyes I could find just for him. They're his favorite. So he has picked his 4 favorite Halloween colors, and he has done his color, and it is called Happy Hauntings. So that's Mr. Froggett's color. I have done, well, 2 that are done. So the first one I have is Spooky Spice and Everything Nice. So oranges, a little bit of mild brown with some black speckle. Spooky Spice and Everything Nice. I also went real fun, and I did a board on Pinterest, and I concentrated on like a ghosty theme. So this is called Pink Ghosty Club. So it's this vibrant hot pink with bright orange and black speckles. And then where the black hit the pink, you get a little bit of purple. So this is Pink Ghosty Club. And then the one that didn't work out, I'll show you anyway. I like it as a color, but it's not what I wanted for Halloween. So this is just a dud. So it doesn't have a name. I'm keeping this one for myself. The other 2 we've just turned into sock sets, and they'll just be in the trailer. But this does not have a name because it didn't work out. I want it to be more vibrant. But that's my other one. That one has to be redone. I like it. I really do like it. I just don't think it screams Halloween. So that one's just for me. So we've been working on that, and I will tell you, we will have the whole Halloween collection in person at the Wool Gathering. So that is September 20th and 21st in Yellow Springs, Ohio. Excuse me. But that is also when it will release online. So all the listings will go up that Saturday morning, September 20th. All of the listings will be live, and you can order Halloween yarn if you want. All of the colors except for Mr. Froggett's, but the Spooky Spice and Everything Nice and the Pink Ghosty Club each will also get a coordinating mini, and you'll be able to buy them with a mini or without. I just haven't done the minis yet. So these 2, Mr. Froggett's plus the 3rd one that I have to redo, will be online for everyone to shop on September 20th, and we'll also have them in person. That is when the whole collection will make its debut at the Wool Gathering. But no one has to miss out because they will be online. That is also our next show. The Wool Gathering in Yellow Springs, Ohio. It is held at Young's Jersey Dairy. It's actually across the street in their field. Huge white, like circus tents. You can't miss it if you're driving down the road. And that is a show that we love. So that is our next show, September 20th and 21st. We will be in Ohio for the Wool Gathering. This weekend, if you're watching this the day it comes out, which is Saturday, today is Thursday when I'm filming, but this will come out on Saturday. This weekend, we are still in PA, but we are up in the Scranton area, so very, very north. We're very close to the New York state line for the Endless Mountains Fiber Festival. So if you're in that area and you're watching and you want to come out and see us, go right ahead. We are in New Milford at the fairgrounds. But the Wool Gathering is our next show. So that will lead us to the last thing that I've been working on. And this, so let me start by saying, when I went out gallivanting for fall stuff, I was just, having a little mooch around the stores that are in my area. And I found this puzzle. It's called What a novel idea. I have a Christmas one too. So it opens, it looks like a book. It's magnetic. I can't hold it up because there's still puzzle pieces in it. Opens like that. But this cozy bookshop, I couldn't resist. I'll pop in some video here. I have it out on my dining room table and I'm slowly working on it. I have a big piece of poster board that, you know, I can set the puzzle on, and then I can have space for a few pieces all around it. And it just sits at the end of our dining room table. And when I want to work on it, I just work on it. I usually have an audiobook in and I'm out there working on it. So this led to a colorway. And I did tease it on our Instagram. So I will show you. I cannot even express how much I love this color. It's just all the colors of cozy, aged books. Like, oh. So this is going to be called Cozy Bookshop. And I can't tell you yet, but this is going to be an exclusive color for an upcoming show in October. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I will announce it a little bit later. It's a little too soon to announce it. So this will debut at that show and online at the same time. So this is coming, Cozy Bookshop. I just thought it was the perfect addition. If you've been joining our club all year, our book club, and all of our, you know, book cover themed yarns, I had to do a Cozy Bookshop. And it's it's stunning. I don't even know if you can see. Oh, it's just absolutely my favorite. So I was very much inspired by the puzzle. And I just, yeah. So that's Cozy Bookshop. It won't be out until October. So you'll know when it's a little bit closer. If you want to guess, you can guess and leave it in the comments. But it will not release until October for a very specific show. So I think that's it for shop news. Yeah, that's it for shop news. So that'll take us into book chat. And for book chat, I finished Tea You at the Altar. This is book 3 of the Tomes and Tea series. This is Cozy Fantasy. This series is actually the very first time that I was introduced to Cozy Fantasy. I saw the first book, Can't Spell Treason Without Tea, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe? I was at the bookshop, saw it. The tea had me, like, it's about a tea shop that's also a bookshop. Like, I'm in. And that was my first introduction to reading Cozy Fantasy. And I have fallen in love with this series. So I was reading this last week. I finished it. It ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. Now you should know Cozy Fantasy is usually very low stakes. And the cliffhanger was very low stakes. But the way it ended, you were like, oh no. So I immediately started book 4, which is the last book in this series. It's called Alchemy and a Cup of Tea. And you can see every book has a beautiful piece of artwork in the front. These are our 2 main characters, Raina and Keanth. They are married. That's one of the Griffins. So I wasn't going to start this because I didn't want the series to end. I wasn't ready to say goodbye. But when this one ended on a cliffhanger, I was like, okay, well, I have to start it. I'm already almost done. I'm on chapter 19. And this very much reads like the last book in the series. I have not been emotional with any of the first 3 books. I have cried so much in this last book because it does read and feel like the ending of a series. And it's just, the book itself is not sad. I mean, there are some sad moments, but like, I'm not even done yet. But it just feels sad because it's over. So anyway, this is very, very good. I'm enjoying it a lot. Kind of sad that it's almost over. But it is what it is, right? You can't do anything about it. So that's what I finished. That's what I've started. Mr. Braga and I, when we were done all of our work yesterday, I was spinning, and I needed a break from spinning again because I need to take it in spurts. But I was trying to get that yarn plied so that I could get it washed and whacked and all that stuff. So I said to him, are you up for a ride? I want to go to the bookstore. I just want to have a look around. I was looking specifically for some very fall kind of Halloween themed books. And I had a little list of 3 from a creator that I follow here on YouTube. She's a book creator. Her name is Carter. I'll link her below. And she had listed these in one of her recent videos. And I thought, they sound just up my alley. So I want to go see what they are. So off we go to Barnes. And I did find them. So I'll share them with you. I want to read these, I think mostly in October. I might dip into 1 or 2 in September. But my September list is already pretty long. So either someone's got to go or these will get pushed. But anyway, the first one was Ravenfall by Kaylin Josephson. This is middle grade. And it just, right, it just looks fall and spooky. The next one was The Pumpkin Princess and the Forever Knight by Stephen Banbury. If that doesn't say Halloween, I don't know what does. The Pumpkin Princess. And I love that the pages are all like outlined in black. And then the third one that she recommended that I thought was middle grade, but apparently is not. It's YA because I couldn't find it. And I asked one of the booksellers, and she walked right over to the YA section. Okay, sorry about that. Important phone call from Brian. Where was I? Books. So the next one, like I said, I thought it was middle grade. It wasn't. It was YA, and it is called Verity Vox and the Curse of Foxfire. I mean, look at this gorgeous book, but look at the like part headings. I love that. So I picked that up, and I just think those are perfect for fall/Halloween reading. I mean, they just scream fall and Halloween. And then while I was there, we were just walking around, and I happened to notice this book, A Fellowship of Games and Fables. Now, this is part of a series, the Adena Shire series. It's book 3. The first 2 are Bakers and Magic, Librarians and Dragons, and I have the first 2, but I had this listed as not coming out until next week, September like 9th or something. But there it was on the shelf, and I grabbed it because if you see it early, you got to grab it. So I grabbed that. And then the last book that I grabbed was book 1. I don't know what it's of the Prison Healer series. It's called The Prison Healer. And I've just been hearing so many amazing things about this book and this series. This is also YA. So I thought, why not? I'll grab that. The last thing I picked up, if you know me in real life, you know that there are 2 seasonal specials that I have loved since I was a child. The first one is A Charlie Brown Christmas. I own it on DVD. I'm so sad that they took it off of regular TV. It's a childhood favorite of mine. My kids grew up watching it. I still watch it every Christmas. It's not Christmas if I don't watch A Charlie Brown Christmas. My dad got me a mug. That's a Charlie Brown Christmas mug. I have a couple of others. It's my favorite Christmas special of all time. The other one is It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Absolutely love that special as well. And we're strolling around Barnes and I see the puzzle for the Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. So I grabbed that. It's 1,000 pieces. And I'm excited. Once I finish my bookstore puzzle, this is coming out of the box and I'm digging right into it because I'm so excited. So that's it. That's my little haul from Barnes. I'm excited to read. I'm excited to read these fall/Halloween. I had picked a middle grade to read for September, but I might kick that one back off the list and start one of these because I'm really excited to dig into these. So I think that's it. I had a question. Do you read seasonally? Like, do you purposely look for fall books, or like this seems very winter to me? It's got a snowman on it. Do you read seasonally? I don't read horror, so that's not an option for me for spooky season. I don't read thrillers because then I don't sleep. So yeah, I need magic fantasy that's, you know, Halloween or kind of spooky related. I cannot read horror or thrillers. They just give me nightmares. But let me know if you'd like to read for the seasons. Do you enjoy a Christmas book during Christmas, or, you know, winter themed books? Are you planning to read anything for the fall? These look intriguing. And that's it. That's all I have for you this week. I did have the train has left the station, folks. Never mind. Are you ready for fall or spring weather? Because I don't know if any of you are from the Southern Hemisphere, but we're going into fall. They're going into spring. We have had amazing weather the last week again. It's been nice and cool in the mornings, nice and cool in the evenings. Brian and I had a beautiful walk last night. It wasn't hot, so we didn't get all super sweaty. It was just nice breeze. I'm loving the crisp, cool mornings. So I am ready for fall. I am not a summer lover. September 1st, that's it. It's fall for me. I don't like to rush the seasons, but September 1st is fall for me. The fall decor comes out. The fall mugs are out. I'm ready. I'm done. So let me know if you're ready for whatever season you are going into next. And do you have any specific knitting, crocheting, making plans for the season? Do you have any fall makes that are on your list, or spring if you're going into spring? Let me know. I'd love to chat with you down below. And yeah, we'll chat about it. I will fill you in next week when I see you on how the show went and whatever else I have gotten up to. So that'll be it for me this week. So I'll see you back here next week, same time, same place. Please remember to take care of yourself, take care of each other, be kind. Let's lead with empathy. Yeah, let's just be kind to each other. And until next time, happy making. Bye.